News lately in the MMA community that I am looking to cover today, and that news being obviously the fact that originally us as fans, fans of MMA, fans of the UFC, like myself, like all of you guys that watch, we assumed that since dricus du Plessis cannot fight Israel Adesanya in Sydney, UFC 293, we thought, okay, what's the next best bet? Oh, Strickland. That would be a phenomenal press conference. And I think that fight would do, maybe that card, if they did a good card, 700,000 buys maybe on that card. You know, Adesanya's never hit over 1 million buys. I think wasn't his highest pay-per-view 650,000, 700,000, I think it was. But obviously they've been on a steady decline. So I was like, okay, this is the UFC's opportunity. Throw him in there against Strickland, good pay-per-view card. Solid press conference, get those buys up massively. Strickland would sell that thing to hell. I'm not going to swear this early in the video. He would sell the press conference. Then you've got the du Plessis beef, which is obviously, as you guys know, as I know myself, just from the numbers these videos get, it's a massive thing, you know. I want to say this though, they're saying Jared Cannonier's next because he beat Sean Strickland, saying the UFC don't want it. I truly think this. I think the UFC are worried that in a press conference between Israel and Sean would absolutely obliterate him and expose him for the creep, the weirdo, the cringe man he is. Like, even in the first press conference Israel and Sean had together, literally it was, you know, the champion with his nails and his little watch and all this. And then Israel's response was, I tell you what, when we fight, I'll knock you out and do a TikTok dance on your grave. A TikTok dance. This is hell, I don't like him. I really don't like him. But I think that, I'm not going to lie, Cannonier's just come off a really, really, really good performance against Vettori, right? But there must come a point where it's like, don't give Israel another rematch against someone with no personality, you know? Jared Cannonier, no offense to the guy, he has no personality. Oh, what's your thoughts on this rematch with Israel Adesanya, Jared? Yeah, you know, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try win. He's a great fighter, but I'm gonna do my best. It's like, oh my god, Sean Strickland would be like, oh, no man who beats off the cartoons will beat me. You know, this gay little guy is China's champion. You know, he would literally sell it to fuck. And I think the UFC, as a business, are afraid for Sean Strickland to go out to, before the fight, go out there and completely unmasculate, destroy Adesanya verbally, make people realize, oh, this guy's cringe, this guy's creepy, he's weird. And if he wasn't a UFC champion, and if he wasn't the skin color that he was, maybe he wouldn't get away with this stuff, you know? I'm just going to throw that out there. But they're going with Cannonier. And honestly, but if Strickland would say all this in the press conference, then go out and lose to Adesanya, that's different. Because that then is ruining the UFC in terms of Strickland gets beaten after saying all that rubbish. And after saying all that rubbish, now everybody knows the truth about Israel and Adesanya's properly been exposed. Because no one speaks to him about any of this. If I was a media member sat in the crowd, I would literally directly say to Israel, would you consider some of the things you say childish? For example, doing a TikTok dance on someone's grave, and you know the comments that have been made about you being this and that. And then he'd just say, not gonna lie, I can do your job, but you can't do mine, and all this and that. And it's like, oh, you are so stuck up. You're a spoiled little brat. You know, we'd like to see where Israel's family made their money from. You know, so that's all I'm gonna say. But that's one thing that's happening lately, and it's a bit gotten because. Why are you going with Cannonier? We need fresh meat. If Strickland beats Adesanya and he's calling him like the Chinese champion, he's doing it for the Chinese people and all. I mean, the whole thing with Izzy being Chinese is the funniest thing ever, considering how he's acting towards dricus. It's the funniest thing in the world. I mean, you guys have seen the countless videos I made on Adesanya and du Plessis, but Sean Strickland would have literally exposed Adesanya without a shadow of a doubt, and I think destroyed him verbally. Like there would have been no competition, because the stuff Adesanya's comebacks are not good. He's like, I'm the dog in the yard, woof, and all this and that, and then he comes out saying, I've got a dog collar, I'm gonna be unleashed, and it's like, Sean Strickland in that moment would have shouted, I'm gonna walk you like a dog. You know what I mean? But Alex Pereira didn't say that. Sean Strickland would have said that. Sean Strickland would say something like, I'm gonna walk you like a dog. Oh, I'll fuck you doggy style, man. Or he'd say something like, it rhymes with grape you. Do you know what I mean? He'd be like, yeah, man, I'd grape you with that dog horn. Yeah, man. Hey, man. You know, it's like this type of thing. And people, like, he's absolutely mental. He's absolutely mental. He's a mental guy. And I think he'd really struggle fighting Adesanya, you know. I think he'd have to trip Adesanya and just work him for 5 rounds, but that would be a really tough thing to do, considering how long Israel is for the middleweight division. He's not 6'4", he's about 6'3". He's definitely not 6'4" tall. He's about 6'3", long limbs, very good with keeping the distance and with leg kicks, as you know. Anyway, sorry, fell asleep by accident, and he's a phenomenal champion. I've never not given him credit for being a phenomenal champion. He's in a position in life where people look up to him, people respect him. And all of the hate I got for saying he wasn't a superstar, please stop. He's not a superstar. Like, he's literally not. And my phone just buzzed. It's nothing. Anyway, I'm going to say this, guys, and before we end it off here, these videos are going to get better very soon, and this is kind of like a weird snippet thing. I've got a lot in the works. I've got a lot coming. You'll see very soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the Roundhouse Rants TikTok and follow me on Instagram as well. But to end this video, I want to say this. The UFC are really, really making a mistake. If Sydney is going to be Cannonier versus Adesanya. Now, bear in mind, Sean Strickland could just be saying, yeah, man, the UFC don't want it, and all this and that, and I just don't want to see Cannonier Izzy again. Because first of all, we know what's going to happen. But also, if Cannonier wins, then we're going to have to see a trilogy. Then it's like, oh, Israel's now lost twice at middleweight. You know, he's not as good as we thought and all this. Then it pushes back the Strickland fight and the Duplessis fight. And obviously, I feel like this. If Israel defends the belt against Cannonier, then Duplessis, I don't know if he'll stick around for too much longer and give Strickland a chance, but also that maybe is a good thing, because then Strickland could actually become a champion, and if he does, oh my god, that would be the funniest thing ever. Have you seen this thing this year though? What's the thing this year? Colby Covington, Sean O'Malley and Sean Strickland could all become champions in this year. 3 American champions for the first time ever. They're also all absolutely weirdos and mental. Love Sean O'Malley to bits, love Sean Strickland, and Colby's a fun personality, even though he doesn't fight ever. And obviously I hope O'Malley's a bit active again as soon as his fight with Aljo is over, but obviously that's not long away now, like 20 days away. 20 days we're getting that fight, so I'll make a separate video on that fight again very soon. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for watching. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, and catch you later, boys.